all I read about the last 2 days is criticism of Dave Chappelle and the criticism of Sebastian, how bad the VMAs. Well, listen, the VMAs are bad every fucking year.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's just kids, whatever the fuck they are. But Sebastian was great. For anybody who's a comic, you have no idea what it's like.
Yeah. And the handcuffs that are put on you in that situation. Yeah.
You have no idea. So before you open your mouth about Sebastian, fucking jump through a glass window and see what it feels like. See what it feels like, and then get back to it.
You know, I didn't hear about like the Chappelle thing, but I did read just the other day. What was I feel bad. I'm worse with names. I've never just met him personally, but the Saturday Night Live young Pete. Oh my God, not even. It's
Davidson.
Yep.
Yes, Davidson. He there was some article about him I was reading just yesterday, and I was outraged about the writer of the article and also of the campus. But he did a college show, and he just called them entitled assholes and went on a rant. And then the college like went off on him about how unprofessional and how terrible. And any comic who's done college gigs, it's like, no, they were fucking entitled assholes, probably on their phone being pieces of shit. And then it's just sad that the college can't take responsibility for their own students being dickheads and just go the easy route of just being like, oh my God, he ruined everybody's night by saying some horrible things about our beloved students. But yeah, people just like to pick on comics.
I mean,
like,
the nicest guy in comedy made a statement 18 months ago. He's the nicest, cleanest comic of all time, Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And this guy made a public statement that said you could not pay him enough to do a college.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you have to think about that. Now, I know a lot of college kids come to my shows.
Right.
I have no problems when you come to my show, but I know if I went to the University of Notre Dame and did my act, I would get things thrown at me.
Because it's the wrong kids coming to those shows. Like, there's awesome kids at those campuses. But the ones who aren't fucking partying on a Friday night, who want to come to where they're not selling alcohol, not that you have to have, but you know what I mean? Like, that type of student, they tend to be more outraged, in my opinion, because I used to do tons of colleges. And I'm like, I know that there's people here who would love what's happening, but not these fuckers. You know, they came tonight, and then the administrators are the ones that get me. I did one, the last one, I only did one in the last 2 years, but I told them, I'm like, I get to say whatever I want. No censorship at all. And they let me do that, and it was a blast.
Did they take the ride, the kids?
They did, because I went hard at the beginning, extra hard.
Just to let them know. Who's running shit.
Right. There was a picture of their founder of their college, and I just fucking reamed about what a creepy-ass looking lady she would look like, and she's fucking torturing kids in her fucking basement on some pedo island. But she looked fucking creepy. And then they were like shocked at first, and then they loosened up, and then we had a great time. And because I had that freedom. But like you're talking about the handcuffs, like Sebastian, it's like a lot of these people don't understand. They're told you can't say this, you can't do that, you can't do this. And it's like they just take all of your arsenal away from you and then want you to go to battle. And it's like, I got no weapons.
Sebastian was great.
Yeah.
Whether he's my friend or not, I thought he was great. Listen, I watch those shows because we're all together. We're all connected.
Yeah.
And when one of us rises, we all rise.
Yeah, brings comedy up.
We all rise up. It's like in anything. This is how you have to look at it.
Yeah.
If you want to succeed in any field, you have to be happy, sincerely happy for the people around you, the people that you came up with.
Right.
If you hold any type of anger or issues, you're just not going to grow.
Yeah. God, this is like
just
my wife and I have been talking about this all day. This is like a theme today.
You know why? Because for a while, when you get here and things aren't happening,
right,
you fall into that. Why are things happening for Dan? I get more spots here. I'm funnier here. And at the end, you're supposed to be all hand in hand.
Yeah.
And it really isn't like that. I wish that all comedians could hold each other hand in hands around the world. It would never happen but that's why the world is the world. But as long as we have a little circle.
Yeah.
Like I have my little circle.
Yeah.
We'll hold hands to the death. That's the way it is. From
that's
the day
awesome.
we started, me and Josh Wolf, we know each other from day one. I gotta have
great. I
got no choice but to have his back.
Yeah.
Brody. It was a huge kick in my stomach, especially for me because I knew him for 20 years. I should have been checking on him more. What the fuck was wrong with me? We're a family. When I sit there and the first thing I read on Twitter on a Monday morning or a Tuesday morning from Viceland is how bad fucking Chappelle's show is. I think to myself, Viceland, first off, I love what you're trying to do, but have you watched your fucking show lately? That show about eating weed with those 3 little half a fags you got on there? That is the worst fucking show I've ever seen in my goddamn life. You know, I did an episode of Danny Brown. It was great. I love the Danny Brown show.
Awesome, yeah.
Weed has some great drug shows, but fucking 50% of your shit is totally fucking garbage. So for you to put down Chappelle, before you put down Chappelle, go clean up your own fucking backyard, especially with that fucking weed show you got, that weed culture with those 3 little half a fags that never smoked a bong in their life. You get me, I'll get some 3 hard-hitting niggas, just like fucking he said in Pulp Fiction. What did Ving Ring say? I'll get some hard-hitting niggas, and we'll do that weed fucking show and show you what a weed culture is. They did Cuban food. I wouldn't even eat that Cuban food. Never mind, I wouldn't eat that Cuban food if you had gold in it. The shit they made. They're fucking terrible, that weed culture show. It's the worst show I've ever seen in my fucking life. Are you angry because Dave didn't do it? That's the only reason why.
What are they shitting on? I didn't hear this article.
Just said that
what did Dave do? Like, what show? His new stand-up act?
He did a new special called Sticks and Stones.
What, is that out already?
Yeah, it came out 2 nights ago.
Oh shit, I haven't even seen.
And I'm sitting there the other night going, you know what, man? I think that it came out too quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe Dave didn't prepare his material. Oh my God, was I wrong?
Murdered.
He murders it.
Yeah.
I thought Anthony Jeselnik had the special of the year until I watched Dave Chappelle.
Wow.
And I'm like, Anthony, I love you to death, but holy shit, Dave Chappelle's special was fire.
Wow.
And I watched the first 45 minutes. That's a lot for Uncle Joey.
Right.
I took the first pee smoke break at 45 minutes. That's fucking good. That's been years since I've sat and watched the special after 25 minutes.
Yeah, I got to see that, because I saw the previous 3, but that's great. Well, now I know what I got to watch.
It's just so weird that we live in this.
Where do you record it at?
Atlanta. And he says a bit in there about, I'm going to do an impersonation, you know, in 25 years you're going to do, and he goes, I'm talking about you guys. And he just pointed to all the little niches we have in our society now, you know. About how people come back and attack you after 20 years.
Oh, right.
Goes, Michael Jackson's been dead for 10 years and he's got 2 court cases. So how the fuck does this happen, you know? And it's true, the other day I'm sitting there and I'm like, 2 more accusers have come up in the case. There's a chiropractor at the University of Michigan or something.
Oh,
He's been dead for 10 years. And now you want to come out? Go home. Go home. Go waste your time. Go to church. Go hang out with some of those pedophile priest kids and go talk about your issues. Leave these fucking people. The guy's been dead for fucking 20 years. Now you want to come out and say while he was touching your foot, he fingered you? Go fuck yourself. This is what's wrong. You can't even give those people light.
Yeah, the
you
outrage.
You gotta tell those people to go away. Like, listen.
What kills me is when it's not even something that major that happened 20 years. Like when somebody tweeted the lyrics of a song that had like racist language, and they're an athlete now, and then now they come back and be like, and then the person goes and cries, does an apology. I wish more people would just be like, no, fuck, I was fucking 15. It was my song, you know, the song I liked or whatever, or I said something or whatever. I was 15 and I said some dumb shit like all 15-year-olds do. Go fuck yourself. Like, it makes me upset when they actually do the press conference apologies. I wish more people would say, no, I'm not going to apologize for what I said. I don't owe you that.
That's what
I don't owe you an apology from 15 years ago.
That's what Fucko lost. The chick who pulled the head up for Trump.
Oh,
when she apologized, that's when she lost.
Kathy.
Oh, Kathy Griffin. Yes. That's right. That's right.
You never apologize. I said it, and I said it. If you
yeah,
don't
thought
like
it was funny.
If you don't like it, throw the albums away. In fact, go on TV and burn those albums. I dare you, because I'm gonna sell 1 million more.
Yeah.
Remember when they did the Quiet Riot? Didn't they do that to one of those bands? They took their albums and they smashed them?
Smack. Yeah.
Oh, well. No, the black dudes.
Two Live Crew. Two Live Crew.
No, NWA.
Oh, NWA.
Two Live Crew, NWA.
Oh, that
remember
was the Tipper Gore, all that kind of outrage.
Yeah, remember when they said to Ice Cube, look at them. They're burning our albums. And he goes, I don't care. They paid for them.
Bad press is good press.
Yeah. You know, I mean, today an article came out from Variety.
Yeah, I read that.
That said it didn't really did it say something about Sebastian?
Oh, the whole thing was, I used to love you, Sebastian, but the VMAs were a safe space until you came on.
A safe space?
And the thing that upset me and I stopped reading the article was she was like, I used to love watching the VMAs and I'm a fan of you, but people get triggered, and then she spent
that's
like
my least favorite words.
She
right
spent
now.
like 3 or 4 paragraphs talking about her organization for safe spaces, and I'm like, oh, you're just trying to get. You have nothing against Sebastian. You just want to get a little bit of notoriety for your thing. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stop reading this now. But the headline is Sebastian ruined the VMAs. It's not a safe space anymore.
That's why, and I hope that Sebastian's management. I know they did. They got a tremendous envelope for him because when you do those things, you're going to lose. If you get George Burns and pull him out of the grave, Abbott and Costello and pull him out of the grave, pull out all the great comics out of the grave and have them write an hour for you, and you do the Oscars, guess what? You're still going to get some form of hatred. If you host the Emmys, you're going to get some form of hatred.
Oh, yeah.
If you host whatever. So the formula is, if you're going to hate me, you got to pay me everything. I want the whole cash register.
Yeah.
I want the door. I want the leftover vodka. I want the leftover hors d'oeuvres. I'm fucking the help. You know what I'm saying?
People hate.
I want a hand job from Ariana Grande. I mean, I'm just going off.
Yeah.
My writer is fucking 20 pages because you're gonna get tormented after that. It's just a huge
and meaningless torment. Like I look at on iTunes. What I like to do is you get mad about trolls or whatever. There is not a single album that has ever been made of note that got a lot of exposure that's only 5 stars. You can look at like the greatest, the Stones, Exile on Main Street, whatever you want to find out there. There's like, this is a fucking beautiful, amazing album, and you're gonna find some 1-star. Like, well, fucking kids really didn't appreciate this. I mean, people just want to hate. You're just gonna find, and I would hope Sebastian's looking at like, he just got seen by so many new people that, of course, since they weren't part of his fan base initially, it's like the more people who hate you, that's almost like the better because you're just reaching so many new people. And the ones who don't hate you, they're just not going to say, they're not going to go online. It's just the way human nature is and talk about how much they love you. So I would hope that for every person that's given like backlash, that he knows that there are thousands who are just like, that guy's fucking great. And they're going to come see him. They're going to buy his stuff. They're going to come to his shows. Yeah.